Okay, well, good morning, everyone. It's Be Elite Live. I am Ken Sylvan, tuning in on a Monday morning. If you are in anywhere like Toronto or Pickering or Ajax or Oshawa, I don't know what Ottawa's like, but it's pretty snowy out here. So that's kind of our morning. But that's okay. Excited to start off the day and have a good one. I'm gonna see if maybe I can prop up my phone like this. Yeah, that's great. I propped up my phone. Now I have free hands. Free hands. People do stuff like this. I'm not into that, but anyway, okay, I'll do it anyway. All right, so anyway, happy Monday, guys. Motivation Monday. We are here. Shelled my driveway early today. So like nice and early. Got the day started. You know, got to work on time. Got the kids to school on time. You know, skipped all the traffic. So great day today. I'm going to talk today, kind of following up on our last conversation on cravings, being in the Christmas season. That's the biggest thing we're looking at. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about cravings. And like I said, in relation to sleep, I'm going to go a little bit deeper than last time. Last time I gave you a couple points, but, you know, sleep is your number one way of deterring cravings. And people go, oh, I sleep great. I sleep all the time. I sleep 14 hours a day. I could sleep all day long. I said, right, so you probably have crappy sleep. The goal is to have better sleep, good quality sleep. And that's one of the things we want to try and look at today, because you know what? We find that whole 80-20 rule of 20% training, 80% nutrition. Well, you know what? Here at Be Elite, and a lot of other people, we believe that 20% is training, and that 80% is split up between, obviously, great nutrition, great stress management, and sleep. You know, so that's something I'm making fun of myself. That's what we really want to focus on right now, is having better sleep. You know, and sleep does a lot of things. Obviously, it helps you use your carbohydrates as fuel as opposed to other things. So when you don't sleep well, that carbohydrate as fuel doesn't seem to happen. We have more issues with that carbohydrates floating around. Our we become insulin resistant, have a lot of issues, and as a result, insulin's disrupted and we gain more weight. We have more cravings. Okay. We also want to think about, you know, the quick things when you look at it. What else does, you know, not sleeping do for us? And a lot of it is, yes, more diseases, more inflammatory problems, more chronic issues, elbows, joints, more forgetfulness. You know, you're forgetting to send out your Christmas cards. You're forgetting to, you know, shovel your driveway. Forgetting to pick your kids up after school. Those are all the things we get from a lack of sleep. You know, forgetting to say hi to people in the morning. So those are a couple things also from, you know, not sleeping well that we want to look at. And that's why better quality sleep is key. But one of the biggest things that we sometimes don't realize is sleep also affects our hormones in the way that, you know, leptin and ghrelin, you know, and those are two important hormones to kind of talk about without getting too sciencey, because I don't like to too much. But ghrelin kind of increases our appetite. It tells us, hey, let's eat. And leptin tells us, I'm full. I feel great. So a lot of times when we don't sleep, what we end up happening is our leptin actually goes down when we don't sleep well or a lot, and our ghrelin goes up, which means, you know what? We're constantly wanting to eat more. We're constantly wanting to snack. We're constantly wanting to eat. And that's an issue for a lot of people, especially when they don't know why. It's that, well, why? What's wrong with me? I don't have willpower. It's chemical, a lot of it. So you really have to look at it that way and say, geez. So then if I do sleep better, what's the result to that? Obviously, you know, leptin is going to go up and ghrelin is going to go down. And for a lot of us who aren't looking to get larger, more muscular, whatever, all those different things, that may be a good thing for some of us. You know, some of us may, you know, say, no, I want more ghrelin. I want to eat more. Like for myself, I don't mind having ghrelin. I want to eat all day long. But then it's a double-edged sword. Then I can also be wanting to eat at 10 o'clock at night, which I shouldn't be, right? And going to bed at 10:30. So a lot of people, when they eat their meal or they finish their meal, they constantly want to eat right away after. They want to eat, they need that dessert. They need something. That's also a sign that, you know what, yeah, my ghrelin's going through the roof. And I want to keep eating when I just finished a meal 5 seconds ago. But I want something sweet. I want something salty. So that's a quick thing to also look at. Those are triggers to start saying, maybe my sleep isn't as good as it could be. Maybe I'm going to bed after 10:45, 11 o'clock. Maybe I'm going to bed too late. I'm going to bed after 11 o'clock right away. You're disrupting that. And people find that when you start going to bed later than 10:30, 11, that's when all the issues with leptin and ghrelin start to happen. I know it for sure. If I stay up past, if I'm not in my bed, journaling done, meditation done at 10 o'clock, I find right away I either have to eat another meal or I'm going to start snacking at 10:25, 10:30. A good thing for a lot of people to do is try to cut your time back. Better to get up earlier in the morning and sleep earlier. So be more like your kids. I know you want your you time, but try to get to bed more towards 10 o'clock. And even if you're up like 5:30, I went to bed at 10, I got up at 5. I feel great. Snackiness, I just missed the snackiness last night. So let's recap on that again. So if we actually, when we don't sleep as well, what are the things that we're missing out on? Number one, insulin disruption happens. So we're not using carbohydrates as fuel as much anymore. Now we're having insulin disrupted, and then we're also, we could actually put on some more weight. Okay, so that's one thing over the Christmas holidays. People always talking about putting on weight. Great, staying up late disrupts your insulin. You're going to put on some weight as well. That'll also help you be snacky. You have some more inflammatory issues. You could have more joint issues, more chronic pain, everything else. But we got our leptin ghrelin sitting there at the end, and that's big for us. We also looked at studies with people, and we found that people that slept 8.5 hours were significantly leaner. I won't going to go into the numbers, but they're significantly leaner than people who slept 5.5 hours. So they didn't work out more. They didn't have a better meal plan or lifestyle of eating. They didn't take more nutraceuticals. They just slept more at the right time, and they were leaner than the group that was 5.5 hours. So there's your take-home message for today, guys. I know we live in a society where we say sleep less, you grind harder, everything else. And there's that balance. You got to find that balance in there. We're always giving up something for something. So if you are going to sleep less, find 1 or 2 days where you can sleep a little bit more and recover, because it will affect your body long-term, short-term, immediately, whether you know it or not. So I hope that helps you out for the Christmas time, guys. Share this with your friends. If you have any friends, like I said, they're snacky all the time, snacky in the evening, snacky in the middle of the night, snacky right after a meal. They got to have something salty and sweet. Share this with them. I hope this helps them out. Just some information so they can know what they're doing. And BeElite.ca for any new promotions or things that are going on for us. We have our 12 Days of Christmas starting today, which is huge. So you guys can check that out. We'll be talking more about that. We're also doing a great fundraiser for the Refuge, our BeElite Meals. Refuge is a place in Oshawa for more homeless teens, and we're going to try and raise 50 meals for them. So you can go to BeElite.ca, click on BeElite Meals, and actually purchase a meal and donate it to the Refuge, which, like I said, is a place for homeless teenager shelter in Oshawa there. And we're going to be delivering those meals December 23rd for everyone wants to come out and help us out. Our goal is to get 50 meals, so we're going to try and match as much as we can here at BeElite. We'd love to have you guys help out. So click on there, purchase a meal, get someone fed for Christmas. It'd be great. And I'm out of here. Have a great Motivation Monday, guys. Take care.